Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, after carefully observing the body language of Justin Muturi, who is now the CS for Public Service, and after carefully going through Justin Muturi's statement,
the country should shelve all other business they have to discuss this matter of abductions and extrajudicial killings. I say to the government, I'm not aware of any policy that supports abductions. You see it somewhere claiming that we are discussing matters about the economy of this country. Economy for who? If we are killing them, abducting and killing the young ones, so who are you doing the economy for?
Muturi is telling William Ruto that the buck stops with him. He goes further to say that the police cannot purport not to know who the abductors are. He goes ahead to again mention NIS boss name in his statement. So I want us to explore this statement from Justin Muturi. This is not the first time, it's not the second time, but Justin Muturi has constantly maintained that the government is aware about these abductions. Based on his body language, you can as well say that Justin Muturi is not happy. Especially, I know it's because of Leslie Muturi, that is his son, who was at one particular time also abducted. Now, before you expound on this statement, ladies and gentlemen, kindly like this video. It is so important if you like this video. And by the way, I don't take your likes for granted. Subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed before. And to existing subscribers, I want to continue thanking you so much, because without you, this channel cannot grow. Now, after carefully observing Justin Muturi, just like I maintained and I said, Justin Muturi will leave this government. The words of Justin Muturi do not betray his next move. The next move that I think he's going to do is that he's going to tender his resignation. Just like I said some times ago, when I said that Justin Muturi has a career. He wants to protect his career. He knows that right now, being in UDA, your political career will be doomed. And you know, in politics, once your political career is doomed, inakuwaga hivyo. Let's take, for example, the issue of Martha Karua. You know, in 2007, that is where Martha Karua, literally finished his political career. I mean, because of how he, carried himself during Mwai Kibaki's election. So, during Mwai Kibaki's election, and ever since that time until now, he has never being vindicated himself politically. Now, let's get back to this matter of Justin Muturi and the statement. Muturi has decided to now hold this bull by the horn, leave alone the issue of beating about the bush. Muturi has directed these political salvos directly at William Ruto and mentioned him, said that the buck stops with him. So, that is to say that this matter of abductions that the police said they are not aware of, that the DCI said they are not aware of, but one that Justin Muturi gave a lead on. When Justin Muturi first made his statement, he pointed at a possibility of Nurdin Haji being involved. I mean, he mentioned something of that sort. Those are his words, because he told us about how Ruto called Nurdin Haji, and Nurdin Haji agreeing that actually they were holding Leslie Muturi, and then 2 hours later Leslie Muturi was freed. So I think this is where now Justin Muturi, this is what makes him mad. That is why, based on his statement, he is not forgiving at all, because what he went through, according to him, he says that for a common citizen, because he was Attorney General, but he had to go through a lot to be able to protect or to secure the release of Leslie Muturi. So he's just wondering, what about someone who is a boda mama mboga somewhere, someone who is just a common citizen, a juakali, someone without a name? How will this person be able to help himself should he find himself in such a scenario where his son has been abducted. So this explains why Justin Muturi appears to be absolutely mad over this government. The same government he's serving, the same government he helped form, is the same government that is not happy working for. So I don't know how many of you went through the statement from Justin Muturi. There's something he said, and allow me to kindly share this audio. Just listen to what Justin Muturi said.
Most, I think this is Manda most for what has been described by Honorable Manzo is something quite gruesome. And I think it is only fair that at this point in time, the country should shelve all other business they have to discuss this matter of abductions and extrajudicial killings. When I called on the press conference on the 12th of January, I ended by saying that this matter, if left unchecked, can plunge this country into chaos and anarchy, and called for a national dialogue, or indeed a commission of inquiry to inquire into these gruesome murders, and be told whether there is a policy. I'm not aware of it. I sit in government. I'm not aware of any policy that supports abductions and extrajudicial killings. And it is not right that parents like these ones and relatives can stay for periods in excess of 40 days looking for their loved young ones. And we sit somewhere claiming that we are discussing matters about the economy of this country. Economy for who? If we are killing them, abducting and killing the young ones, so who are you doing the economy for? This matter needs to be taken with the seriousness that it deserves. And you know, I said, I was lucky that when my son was abducted, I was able to reach the president, and he immediately ordered Nuruddin Haji to release him. And Nuruddin, went ahead and released him. How about these parents and relatives who cannot reach the president? It is something that is so serious that we must shelve all other things that we are doing, because I do recall that during the campaigns, we went around the country saying that abductions, extrajudicial killings would never happen at our watch. But now it is happening. It has been happening, and we are trying to normalize it. As we are here, mourning and grieving about these four who have gone missing. We are also aware that 2 young men were killed in Nakuru in circumstances that are very clear that those involved are security personnel. I want to say we cannot be told that the police do not know. Our police is known to be one of the most efficient in this region. And therefore, if they wanted to crack this matter and bring the culprits to book, it will be a matter of just a few days or hours. So I'm calling upon everybody in government, and more so particularly because ultimately responsibility must belong to somebody. We say the buck must stop somewhere. In this case, the president is the president of the Republic of Kenya, head of government, and commander-in-chief of all defense forces. Therefore, Mr. President, I'm calling upon you now to order an end to these abductions, which you promised, killings, extrajudicial killings, and an open inquiry to examine, inquire into how these things have been happening. We cannot make it normal. We know that these are very young lives that have been taken away. What do you think the parents of these young ones are feeling? Everybody must put themselves in the shoes of these parents and relatives who have been agonizing. Did they enjoy Christmas? They could not, when everybody else was enjoying their Christmas. Surely, this must be something that we must take to the next level, where we must involve in a commission of inquiry, which must include people from all sectors. The law society should come up, be part of that commission of inquiry, religious groups, and the civil society groups like Amnesty International and others. Kenya Human Rights Commission. All of them, they should be involved in that commission, because we want the truth, and to put an end to this, we cannot take it as business as usual anymore, because I can just put myself in the hearts and the minds of these parents. You've seen one of the fathers here is not even able to appear because of the agony that is been taken through for the last 40 days. It is not normal. We must now address this matter with finality, with a view to getting to the root cause of these abductions and extrajudicial killings. Thank you.
Question to you, CS.
Yeah.
Before the same comes in, I have a question for you and a question to Senator Manzo, who represents the family. For you, this is clearly a government that has failed to protect people. A government under whose reign people are disappearing and found dead. You serve in this government, and if you still sit in the government, many years from now, your name will also be mentioned as one person who was in this government. Are you contemplating at any time to resign from government? A second question, even as you answer that, is to Senator Manzo. Senator, previously,
yes,
as you represent the families,
yes,
on the dates of the disappearances of these Kenyans, June 17th, 16th, and 18th of December, and the dates where these matters were reported to the police, there's over a week. The police yesterday told the court that these matters were reported to the 26th. Yes. Why did it take that long? Yet, you know, the period that is allowed before a missing person report is booked at any police station.
Let me say the issue of resignation, not resignation, is a signed issue. You know, it suffices that I sit in government and I'm calling on government. I'm calling on government. The head of government is the president. This matter must be discussed. We cannot just say that you are in government or the other. No. Everybody who is involved must come out. And you know, government exists, among other things, to protect their lives and property of the citizens. These are citizens whose lives have been taken at a very young age. I mean, the issue of resignation or not, it's such a signed issue. It suffices that I've made my point, that whoever wants to listen, and you have noticed, I have refused to respond to those side things about some people, you know, who have been told, sent there to go and say this and this. You know, I'm not going there. This is a very serious matter, you know, and actually it should take the anger of this country, because why are we allowing young boys and girls to be kidnapped, only later to be found killed? Surely, what kind of country are we? And we are pretending to be solving issues in DRC? This is a very serious issue. I mean, the number of people that have died are so many that it should prick the conscience of any right-thinking leader in this country. That's my position.
When I see before you leave, that is the
Let me not take a casual response to a very, very important question, because the reason why I would want, I'm proposing a open commission of inquiry, including all relevant stakeholders in this country, is so that we can go to the root cause, and therefore And the result, it would be recommendations which are actionable. So let me not jump the gun to respond one or other about that. Suffices that that is my proposal. Others are at liberty to make their suggestions as well.
So very well, the buck stops with William Ruto. I mean, of course, this issue is not he has painted Ruto's image kidogo vibaya. The issue of abduction hajamkalia vizuri, whether he's involved or not involved, but Kenyans believe that he knows something about it. But he has openly said that he's going to deal with this issue once and for all, and that issue of abduction haitaendelea. So there was some kind of kidogo alijikaranga mahali hapo alipoongea ile matamshi. Ilikuwa ni kwamba matamshi kama yale ni kwamba ni kama unajua la kufanya lakini hutaki kulifanya. Sasa umeamua kulifanya kwa sababu umepeana ultimatum kwamba nitafanya hivi na nyinyi pia mfanye hivi. So that is actually what was personally I could understand from the words of coming from William Ruto matters abduction. Now, you've heard what the public service CS said, Justin Muturi, and you can tell from the tone that Muturi is not happy. He cannot be happy because he remembers what he went through. So if what he went through, he went through hell, and then unapata kwamba kuna mtu ni bodaboda tu, mtu hana uwezo. Sasa he is trying to imagine who mtu atapitia nini. So I think based on this statement from Justin Muturi, sidhani kama atasurvive kwa hii serikali. Sidhani, mimi sidhani kabisa. Either is going to be impeached, hama most likely Ruto will not fire him, but maybe when doing a reshuffle, he may decide to not to actually do a reshuffle and replace that position with someone else. So by that, he shall have been technically fired. So I think that's what's going to happen. But I don't think Ruto will work with Justin Muturi going forward. Hii itakuwa ni kizaazaa kidogo. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.